Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to be looking at 10 personal financial lessons that can really change your life. Now, overall, a majority of these, if I would have followed them to a T, I'd be probably in a much better position than I am right now. So I'm going to go through all of the 10 personal finance lessons, really break them down, how they can impact and how they can affect you. So let's go ahead and get into this. The number one, start saving earlier. Now, this, of course, kind of self-explanatory. The earlier start saving, the more time your money has to grow. Compounding interest was something that I did not know about, that I was not aware about. They do not teach this in school, guys. Really anywhere. Making savings a priority, automating the process, investing on a regular basis, putting a portion of your paycheck into a savings account, into an investment account to really get the compounding going. Again, this is something that early on would have made an absolute game-changing difference for pretty much everyone that I know. When you look at some of the greats, some of the investing greats, it was really set aside and saving money early so the compounding interest can take effect over a significant amount of time. Now, number two, living below your means. This is probably one of the biggest underestimations or one of the biggest misses that I see people living in today is if you're making $100,000 a year, you're spending well over $100,000. It is really the keeping up with the Joneses. It is living outside of your means, the lifestyle creep, a lot of things that we do talk about, making sure and avoiding overspending, living inside of your means. This means creating a budget, like again, we talk about and I really stress, sticking to it, avoiding credit card debt, prioritizing your spending, really focusing on the things that matter to you the most. Again, when you think big picture, even looking back, it's not so much regret that people, are kind of looking at. When you look back and you say, hey, some things that I could do different, some things where I could have kind of course corrected or adjusted my strategy can really make an impact on generations to come. Whether you have kids, whether you have grandkids, is really educating them on things that they can do young. Because again, looking back in school, looking back in education, learned a lot of things that I really have never used in my life. Didn't learn a lot of things that could have been super useful, especially being taught them at a younger age. Number three, invest in your retirement. From day one, when you start getting income, investing in the retirement, taking advantage of employee-sponsored plans, 401ks, looking at IRAs, looking at stock purchase plans, contributing as much as you can afford. Again, going back to the budgeting method, really a great way to do it. Setting aside, 20% of your income, especially if you're young, guys, it will be huge. You'll literally change the course, the trajectory of your entire life. If you're working, if you're setting aside 20% of your income, you won't even miss it because it'll never be there. You'll just have it literally sitting on the side. Consider seeking the help of financial advisors, really creating a retirement plan. Now, most people start this, which is sad to say, 35, 45 is when people start retirement planning. Right there, guys, you're already 15 or 20 years, 25 years past the point that you should have really started investing in your retirement and really taking it seriously to set yourself up, your kids, your grandkids, really generational wealth for the rest of your life. And again, if you start early, let's say day one, you're 18, you put 15% of your income into a 401k plan. You do that through the time that you're, let's say 60, 50, whatever it is, when you get ready to retire, you are going to have an crazy amount of money in there through your entire working career, spending 15% or setting aside 15% of your income in those retirement plans. Number four, paying off credit cards, high interest, and debt first. This, again, we utilize the snowball method, looking at the highest interest debt that you have, credit card debt, focusing on paying those off as soon as possible. This helps you save money for the rest of your life. Maintaining a good credit score, but making sure that you eliminate your debt, guys. Debt is one of the absolute most crippling factors that we have in our society. When it comes to credit card debt, when it comes to student loan debt especially, it can hold you down and literally change your life for years to come. If you're sitting on student loan debt for 5, 10, 15 years, that is a lot of money and a lot of interest that you're pumping into that thing versus just paying it off and getting it done. Number five is keeping your emergency fund, setting aside 3 to 6 months of living expenses, revisiting this probably every couple months, guys, making sure that your kind of situation, your layout has not changed. If you go from, let's say, renting an apartment to living in a mortgage and having a home, it's going to make a big difference, guys, because you're going to have to beef up that emergency fund to really cover the 3 to 6 months of expenses. Don't keep it the same. It's going to change with time, again, depending on when your expenses change. Number 6, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify the investments across different asset classes and industries to reduce your risk of losses. Now, I have said this before, I am a person who does not invest in individualized stocks. I know a lot of people can, I know a lot of people that do, but individualized stocks, I do not like playing the game. I don't have the time, nor the ambition, nor the drive to really focus on individual stocks. Knowing when to get in, knowing when to get out, you're never going to time it perfectly. But again, if a company has issues, chances of you knowing about it before the stock dips is very unlikely, which is the reason why I focus on ETFs. I'm looking at like the VOO, focusing on the S&P 500. Really a good starting point if you're looking to invest. It is the baseline, guys. You're investing across all of the different industries, all of the different pretty much asset classes that we have in the S&P 500. Those companies are huge to invest in, guys. Number 7, avoid timing the market. Again, this is probably one of the biggest things, especially if you're investing in some of the more volatile items like cryptocurrency, penny stocks, things of that nature. They're super, super high risk, and you need to go and you need to know that prior to investing in them. When you're looking at cryptocurrencies, guys, and you're putting money in there, the investment has to be in the way that you have to look at it is really separating the emotion from it. Never invest more than you could lose in those. If your crypto goes to zero, if it does, guys, you never ever want to invest more than you could lose. Chances of stocks and bonds, ETFs like that, going to a zero, not really as volatile, not as much risk, especially if you're diversifying it. But if you're going into things again like cryptocurrency, be very cautious. Don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Avoid timing the market. If not, you can get crushed, and you can get crushed super, super fast. Number 7, learning to negotiate. Now, this is kind of one of the interesting aspects that I've learned through time. Used to be a little more reserved, used to be a little bit more shy. Negotiating can help you save money on everything from car insurance to your salary, to your interview, to promotions. Really being able to have the confidence in stepping up. Even YouTube, for many years, I did not do, but getting the motivation, the drive really to do it, which I absolutely love doing it. Don't be afraid to ask for better deals. Shopping when you get discounts, what do they offer? A lot of them, they're not going to tell you up front. If you can save money, let's say, even for instance, we bought a car. If you're a member of Costco, you get $1,000 off. That's not something they told us. That's not something that was even shared up front. Being me, former military discounts are huge, guys. Big shout out to all of my vets out there. But overall, guys, you can get military discounts for a lot of things. Even car dealerships sometimes do give you military discounts. Insurance, premiums, things like that. Again, a lot of places will give those military discounts. Number 9, keep learning. This is probably one of the absolute biggest things in my life, guys, is the continuous education for yourself, personal finance, investments, reading books, attending seminars, seeking, life coaches, investment professionals, staying informed, making the decisions. It is really the continuation of life. When you think of the growth aspect, when you think of the development aspect, there should be no point in your life where you're spending a year or two not growing, learning, developing, really taking yourself outside of the comfort zone, challenging yourself in different aspects, doing things outside of the norm. When you start getting complacent, you'll find really, really comfortable, but it happens really fast, sometimes even without your knowledge. So think about it, really sit down, self-accountability time. When have you really challenged yourself at work? When have you stepped up, really played the hero role within your life? Making sure, again, there's no reason that you shouldn't be the A+ person that you know you can be when it comes to work. And the final one, guys, taking care of your health. Physical, mental health will have a significant impact on your finances. Taking care of yourself, eating well, exercising, managing stress will avoid not only medical bills, lost income, missed days at work. You'll also be more productive. More productive can lead to better salary, higher raises, promotions. When you put your all out there, and I mean truly, truly give it your all, guys, not the 70%, not the 90%. I'm talking about the 120% in your job. You will be amazed in a very short amount of time. 1, how much you stick out on how successful you're being, and 2, how fast you advance through a company. It is just Absolutely amazing to see when people actually put their mind to something, take accountability, spend the time and effort to really invest in yourself, and it will pay off in dividends. Not cash dividends, but it will be in money, guys. Trust me, it happens to a lot of people. All right, guys, so that'll do it for today's video. Again, wanted to cover the 10 personal financial lessons that really changed my life. Looking back, a couple things we could have done different, but not really worried about it. Again, no regret. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.